Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Alright, so we are back into the studio again to continue with whatever we have started with you. And I'm talking about that social contract that you and us here on Sammy Flex TV have signed to make sure that at every point in time we will be communicating via video content to be telling you what happens, first of all, in the world of show business right here in Ghana. Some tidbits of information we get from outside of Ghana, and then possibly from the camp of Shatter Movement, where I play a vital role. We make sure that we give you every necessary information. And I know for the past 2 weeks, you guys have been missing the face, the voice on this platform. It happens, of course. Sometimes you just have to make way for some other things to happen, so you would also identify and discover some new things. So in my stead, MC Barima held it down with the people Roland Abate, in Team Dodo Solomon, the rest of the pundits, those who were able to come through. I'm sure it was beautiful, making sure the job will be running alongside a team of producers, Digital Rasta Currency, who has been controlling our camera for us, and our editor director of our platform here on Sammy Flex TV, Richie Flex. And I think it has been good. I was able to watch one or two programs while I was away, and I also followed the silly situations on Facebook and YouTube as well. It is getting interesting by the day, and I want you to follow as well. Sometimes you just have to rewind the brains. Don't let it be stiff all the time. Take it down, cool it down, and make sure that you're looking at other things just to make sure the brain relaxes. Then you can continue with whatever you have been doing. But whilst I was away, I know so many things have happened, and I keep saying this. Anytime that Sammy Flex goes out of town, that is when some stories break in the showbiz industry. But at least I have been able to follow some of them. The Sarkodie rap song, Medical UTV. In fact, that one I'm a little closer to it. So I'll say, though I was away, but it was also closer to me in a way. Shatawale's live video from London and other matters. Oh, let me also talk about the TGMA, the Tajimes, and other matters around it. All these things happened whilst I was away. Some of them because of internet, I was able to follow some of them, and some of them because of business, I just had to let them go. But we are back. All the ones that I missed, I'm sure going to do a recap of them from time to time before we come to continue with what is happening now. But for now, I think I just want to recap some of the happenings, some of the highlights of our London trip, just so you know, because that is what took me away. And if I'm back, then I should be able to do a recap of some of the happenings there, so you guys can also follow, at least from the beginning. We were telling you guys, or we kept telling you, that if it is medical, then obviously there is no way Shatta Wale would say he wouldn't be a part of it. Whether busy or whatever, he had to shove some things just to make sure he would go there to support his brother. And we left here just to go there. Our departure, though solemn, very calm, still the media people wouldn't make it cool, because the few media people who were there decided to blow it in town because we wanted to sneak in. As a matter of fact, from the beginning, one thing was made clear, that because we know it is a day for medical, it is something for medical, everything we are going to do is going to be done in moderacy. We are not going to overdo everything so it will come across like we are sharing attention or fame or the popularity around it with him. So we decided to sneak in coolly. Same way, our arrival in London was supposed to be very calm. That is one thing that sometimes you just don't know how it happens. Our arrival in London was supposed to be very calm. And I can tell you that even before we got to town, you know, Shut Up Movement has one of the strongest fan bases in London. In fact, you can't beat them. If they say they will do, they will overdo. If they say they will make the noise, nobody can stop them. Discussions and some who here and there calling us what they should do, our welcome and blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. But we told them, oh, we want to enter coolly, so nobody should stress. Not knowing Kojo Sheldon was even going to make it louder than if they had come. Because on the day, Medical decided to also come there to welcome Shatta as usual, because he was one of the main names that was used to promote the show. So if he's coming, the brother couldn't just sleep and let him come. He decided to spend some time, come to the airport, and unfortunately, that Kojo Sheldon encounter, I know we've said many things about it already, the Kojo Sheldon encounter also brought so many noise and discussions here and there, and that made the entry that we wanted it to be solemn, cool, and collected, it made it so loud. And I still think we have some more to say about that, which maybe later on we will do. And we want to say thank you to all the people who spent time to come welcome us at the Heathrow Airport, Dennis of Akwaba, UK fame, and some media people, as well as some of our friends within the industry in London who also came to welcome us. It was beautiful. Now, ushering into London, publicity was supposed to happen, and Shatta and Medical in diverse ways promoted the show beautifully. In fact, one video that they did that made the show very viral was the Asafo Powers video, aka Jonathan Soa, where Medical was in Shatta's apartment and they had to act the Asafo Powers kind of thing, Tabao Nino. That video really went viral. And I saw somewhere Kojo Sheldon tweeted he recorded that video, and I think somewhere on YouTube I also corrected it that he did not shoot that video. I personally shot the video because I was in the apartment when that recording was being made. As to why he said I shot the video, I don't know. Maybe he just did that for fun, because a tweet, and later I also saw the tweet myself. He tweeted that he recorded that video, creating the impression, or some people even get it to know, oh, if Sheldon had been able to go closer to Shatta and Medical's apartment, then all was well. Like I'm saying, we will spend time to talk about the Kojo Sheldon Shatta Wale saga on another day, but we still have to continue. So, back to back, advertisement here and there, preparations here and there, sound check here and there. I think Team Medical needs to be commended for this, and to the other partners who supported Medical to do this, Angie and her team. I don't know what the official name is, but of course I know the lead person, that is Angie. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you anytime you watch this, and your team. You guys were fantastic, making sure security arrangement, backstage arrangement, performers, in fact everything was okay. I was there to see sound check. Everything was done very beautifully, and as part of, in terms of tickets and how to enter backstage and all those things, you can see there are levels to everything. As a matter of fact, what and what O2 Indigo did, even before your car, as a backstage person, where your car would even pass, your car needs to be in their system. It's not as if now security person is coming to ask you, oh yeah, why, where is your this, where is your that? No, there were specific cars assigned to do that. So if you're an artist and you want to go backstage and your car is not in the system, you get there and the automated gate would not be open for you. So these are some of the things that the organizers did beautifully, and I know one or two artists had issues with that, and that is also another story that we'll be talking about on a later date. But whilst Medical was doing the sound check, that was when, God being so good, the announcement of sold out came out. In fact, I was there once again, because all this while, fans of Medical and people who were working directly on the project, they were looking for that particular announcement, because that announcement comes with some pride. That announcement is going to be on your CV. That announcement is going to tell the world that indeed, on a date, on the 3rd day of May in London, this artist recorded this particular history. So it was an announcement personally I was also waiting for. That is one announcement that every artist who is about to have a show would want to brag with. Oh, I was able to sell out, or I sold out the venue before the concert. And indeed, whilst he was doing the sound check, the announcement came out that the tickets are all sold. So we had to pause into his sound check for him to come and take some photos and some videos just to represent the fact that indeed all tickets are gone. As you could see, Medical was still doing his sound check. We had to just go take some 5 minutes. He comes to stand where the official announcement from Indigo on their billboard was made. Took pictures, took videos, and poof, it was out there for everybody to know. Now, let's talk about time of attendance and performances out there in abroad. There are some times that when we announce dates or time for performances here in Ghana, even when you hear some artists be coming at this time, you doubt, Abeba. At least it has happened to some people during the 31st night performance at the Independence Square, where Shatta was supposed to perform exactly at 12, and people knowing how Ghanaians do their thing, they thought Shatta performed around 2 or later. At 12 on the dot, when they started doing the light display and everything, on the dot, Shatta was on the stage. So when he was done around 1 something, on our way home, that was where we met people. I'm sure they had also gone to church. They've closed from church and they think, oh, we can still come and catch some performance. That was when they were coming in. Unfortunately for them, show was over. It was like that in London. Later, I heard some people were complaining that the time was not good for them, or the show, they were not satisfied, the time was too small for them. I don't know what really their problem is, because you guys are in the system. You understand this so much. The show was advertised to be 7 to 11. 4 hours on the dot. In fact, even the 7 to 11, you still have to close like 10:55. Even the 7 to 11, they still have to close like 10:55. So I was so surprised. Around 6 something, queues were already being formed at the entrance of the venue. Around 5 something, queues were formed, and I was still there. Even sound check was not done. Around 5 something, queues were formed, long queues. People paying and sorting out their tickets to enter. The organizers once again did well in doing arrangement of the show such that there were performances, many of them, yet we still had enough time for everybody to finish, and for the star person, that is Medical, to even close the show with no pressure. Because at least I knew Shatta was going to be the last performer with him. And right after, he does some 1 or 2 songs and he wraps up. But after Shatta, we still had some 1 or 2 guys coming through and Medical doing more songs. So what it means is that the time was managed well. The time was really managed well. Because you have 4 hours. Look at the number of performers. If I'm just doing some over-the-counter counting, I'm sure I'm going to do like maybe 20 or so. Some up-and-coming artists and some established artists. All of them sharing the same stage. Medical doing different sets. Doing the live band set and doing the playback set as well. And all these things they were able to achieve, including DJ's time to have a blast with the people. All these things they were able to achieve it within 4 hours. I said, let this anointing drop on some of us here in Ghana, so that when we announce shows, that this show will be running from this time to that time, event promoters here in Ghana, artists here in Ghana would know that the people said this, and therefore we are all to go by it. I pray that anointing falls on us. Of course, Shatawale rapping in his beautiful attire appeared on the stage, looking shiny with his diamonds in his neck and ready to do it with his brother. Shatta has shown so much love to Medical ever since they crossed paths as friends, as colleagues in the music industry. And the London experience also gave me another level of their friendship because I know how Shatta goes out when he is going in for you. He goes all out, like everything that you would want, he would do it for you. And he did that for Medical. It was seen in several videos, in several occasions after the show, how he was still with him up and down here, planning and plotting, doing meetings here and there to make sure the future still looks bright for the two of them. Because this is just a stepping stone. The bigger task is ahead. Doing the O2 Indigo means that you cannot go on to do the OVO Arena, you cannot go on to do the Royal, the O2 Arena. And I know that is some of the things that as artists, when they are able to achieve milestones like this, they start planning and start pushing towards it. And we are all hoping that one day some of these things will happen and we give glory to the Most High God. And the fact that their works, their hard work will also be recognized. We are all hoping for that. Beautiful performances from every artist who played. Everyone came up with their A game. And we are so happy that after the show, it has been praises, praises, praises all over until some interviews on UTV, which we'll also be talking about. I think I have so many things to talk about, but for now, let's do the recap of London so that you drop it and now pay attention to some of the small things. Yes, everything was looking positive. Reviews, positive. Everything was looking good until that interview. Then some small yawa started happening. Medical live video firing, Shatawale live video firing, but thank God everything is over and now the team is back here in Ghana. I know Team Medical is also arriving tomorrow. That's on Tuesday. They're arriving on Tuesday in the evening. Their welcome is going to be a big one. I hear how Ghana is prepared to welcome him, and the team is also going to be something memorable. So we will also be waiting for that to share some photos and videos with you. But let me also express our gratitude to Ghanaians in London. I think so far, if you are talking about abroad, overseas, if you are talking about events in the diaspora, I think London is leading. Because at the same time, Lumba was also there performing with Alodia Promotions, performing 2 shows. One at the Lighthouse Hall and the other at Wolverhampton, the hangar. And all recorded full houses. Thank God, Shatawale and Medical, they were there to surprise Daddy Lumba on the first event. That's the first one. They were there to surprise him, and it was beautiful. We've seen videos how, in the name of supporting Daddy Lumba, we saw how united some of these artists and the portrayal of peace and unity among them on the stage. Sammy, Shatawale, Hagen. This is something people have not seen in a long while. Though behind the scenes, they seem cool, but out there, people did not even know, oh, so when they meet, they could be cool like this. Since Shatawale, Samini, Kofi, Team Medical, and Lumba himself on the stage, entertaining them audiences, I think it is something commendable, and we need to commend all these people. And maybe from time to time, you take time and pick some of these issues one after the other and talk about them, because there are so many things to be said about some of these things. Alodia making it happen, and Angie and her team making it happen. London is still the hub of music overseas for Ghana. Let me put it this way. I know our people in Europe and the Americas, they have been trying to make sure some of these things work. But what London is doing overpasses all these people. What London is doing is stronger than all these people. And we pray that that spirit of it is for us, we are all involved, it goes on to other countries as well. So that everywhere we go to, we will be able to achieve the kind of invasion we want to achieve with our music. So London was good. Everything was done perfectly right. After that, the team having some cool time, quiet time, relaxing a little bit, knowing that the task ahead is so big. Finally, team is in Ghana, and we have to continue everything that we have to continue. Our first assignment, I'll be telling you later, and I'm sure when I say our first assignment, I mean the Shatter Movement. Our first assignment will be on 31st May at Bolga Tanga. I'll be giving you guys details very soon. But for now, this is just a quick wrap-up of some of the activities we had in London. Let me also mention that I've started some discussions, meetings and discussions, going to PRS, meeting some event producers or promoters in London and having some fruitful discussion. We are going to be getting some good news in the coming months or days or weeks. So you guys have to keep your fingers crossed. The future looks bright, like Samuel Makafu has been saying on Facebook with his post. The future looks beautiful. So let's see. Pray for love, pray for strength, pray for more money and success in whatever plans we want to execute. And I know one day we would be able to execute them. I'll end it here. And let me say once again, tap send for holding us down here on this platform. So if you live abroad, UK, whilst I was there, people were still doing exchanges of tap send. So get an app on your phone and be sending money via tap send. The wallet will also help you to keep some local currency, I mean cities, anytime you want to come to Ghana to cool off. Thanking you once again, Digital Rasta, his God Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. Until then, my name remains Sammy Flex. We are back. So any negotiation, business discussion, however you want us to do it, just reach out to us and let's do it. We are ready to do this. Subscribe to us anytime you want authentic news, both from Ghana's showbiz industry and from the camp of Shatter Movement. You will never lack. Do it today and thank me later. I'm out of here. See you.